Kumejima Island. It is 100 kilometers away from Okinawa main island, located at the westernmost among the Okinawa Islands. The island is the fifth largest island in Okinawa. The population is about 7,000. It has many beautiful beaches, and the color of the sea is incredibly green. The highlights of Kumejima is not only the sea, but also the beauties of its own nature. You can see those beautiful sceneries wherever you are in this island. Especially the beach called Hate-no-Hama is the best part of those sceneries. It is called the best beach of East Asia, with white sand and perfectly green sea. And of course, you can enjoy the great meals of this island. This time, we'll stay at Kumejima 2 days. And we are going to see such great sceneries of this beautiful, unique island. Now let's start our new trip. Vamos! Good morning. This time, we're gonna go to Kumejima Island from Naha City, Okinawa main island. We can take ferry from ferry terminal. It is called Tomarin. The terminal is at Naha port, 10 minutes to walk from Miebashi station, Yui Rail. It takes about 3 hours and a half because it's 100 kilometers far from Naha port. You can choose airplanes and it takes only 35 minutes to get there. Of course, it's so reasonable if you don't have much time. But I recommend taking ferry because you can enjoy these dynamic sceneries. Now we are arriving at another island. The color of the sea is incredibly pure. Amazing scenery. The green of its mountains and the red of its roofs. And of course, the blue and green of the sea were totally harmonized. Perfecto. I definitely recommend taking the first flight, and you already know the reason why. Finally, the Kumejima Island is in front of us. This time, we booked the hotel near from a beach called Eef Beach. The beach is at the opposite side of this island. So let's take a bus from here. The sceneries from this bus is quite good, surrounded by green sugar canes. That reminds us, now we are in Okinawa. Now let's take a walk here. I found a diner. We can have Okinawa soba, a kind of traditional noodle dish of Okinawa. And the taste is always good wherever we eat that in Okinawa. Now we are walking a path called Beach Street. Now let's go to the beach. Oh, look at that. This is the Eef Beach. It has 2 kilometers white sand and the green sea. It has selected as the Japanese best 100 beaches. The impression of this beach is always changing by its ebb and flow and the weather. Now the time is low tide and the weather is a little bit cloudy. So if you have time, please visit this beach several times in your stay. And in addition, the wind of this island is so strong. And several typhoons hit this island in the summer. So you should take care when you visit here in summer season. Now let's take a walk again. I think this scenery is perfect. The sun is setting into the beautiful mountains, and those sugar canes are waving in the wind. Great atmosphere. Let's go back to the beach again. As I already told you, the impression of this beach is quite different by when you are here. Now we are here at the sunset time. The color of the sea is totally changed from the noon. This is also quite good. Now let's have some meal at this izakaya restaurant. There are several izakaya restaurants are here. You can enjoy the traditional meals of Kumejima. This is an only convenience store at here. You can buy kumesen, a famous Okinawa's alcohol, awamori. It's nice to drink it alone in the hotel. I don't have other choices. Good night. Good morning. The ocean view from here is also great. Today we're gonna go around this island with this bike. I borrowed it from a guest house, but there are some rent-a-car shops around here. The sceneries of morning sea is quite beautiful. Now let's go to that cliff. This is a great Okinawa style. So big. That cliff is called Tori no Kuchi, a bird's mouth. Funny fruits. Let's go. As I mentioned, the wind of this island is so strong. Please take care. That is called a bird's mouth. I thought this is like a snake's mouth instead. What do you think? I thought I could go through this path, but it was so tough indeed. A kind of poisonous snake called habu exists on this island. We have to take much care. The scenery from this cliff is... Sorry, I'm speechless. Other islands like Miyako-jima, Ishigaki-jima, and Taiwan is far away from here. It's so nice to visit this place, I definitely recommend. Now, let's have lunch here. What a great location. You can enjoy nice pizza here. A great ocean view expands in front of this restaurant. The length of here is so high, I guess. Now let's drive to another remote island. The look from this bridge is especially great. It's so curious why the sea of this island is so green. This is called Ojima. There is a nationally designated natural monument over there. It's called Tatami Ishi. Tatami is a kind of Japanese specific mat you can see it in old houses of Japan. And Ishi means a stone. Actually, the tatami has a shape of square. But these stones are shaped like pentagon or hexagon. It looks like a shell of turtle indeed. 1,000 of those unique stones are gathered, but originally these stones are one big rock. Initially, a submarine volcano was erupted and magma was generated. The magma slowly got cold, and those cracks were made by that process. You can feel the greatness of nature here. A sudden squall often falls on this island. We have to wait for a while. And it suddenly stops. The statue is about an old story called Urashima Taro. He went to a castle in the deep sea, Ryukyu-kingdom, riding on the shell of the turtle. Many Japanese islands have same kind of that story. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, this is a kind of hermit crab. I've never seen it before. This electricity pole sends the electric to another island called Ohajima. The poles are standing at the sea. This is one of the iconic scenery of Kumejima. Now let's move to another spot. We'll drive to the top of that mountain. This place is called Uegusku Mountain. Once there was a castle on the top. Of course, you can read the English explain. It is unknown when the castle was built, but it was definitely before 16th century. In 1510, in the era of Shohashi, first Ryukyu king, this castle was destroyed by him. And Kumejima was conquered by Ryukyu-kingdom. These rocks were the leftovers of the castle. The atmosphere is like Machu Picchu, I thought. Sorry, I've never been to Machu Picchu in fact. The scenery from here is the highest one of Okinawa's scenery. Because actually, this hill is the highest place of Okinawa, including all of that islands. And you can see all the places of Kumejima from here, all around this island. This is definitely one of the best places of Kumejima. You can't miss it. Let's move to another castle. This is called Gushikawa Castle. It is told that this castle was built in the early 15th century. Oh, what is Toto Rock? Actually, Toto is one of the best rock band in the world. That is a holy rock because they thought a goddess called Chinpei set that rock. That castle was destroyed by Shoshingo, who was the king of Ryukyu at that time. This was built by East China Sea, so the scenery is perfect. There are many rocks that have curious shape. That rock is called Mifuga. That is considered as a symbol of women. I don't know the reason why. It is told that when a woman prays for this rock, she will be blessed with a child. You can find so many natural fossils here too. The houses of this island is also beautiful. They have strong individuality, totally different from other prefectures. This is a kind of shrine called Chinpei Donchi. This was built for a goddess called Chinpei who sat on the Turtle Rock. She was considered as one of the best gods in this island. Now, today's final spot. This is called Kume-no-Goeda-no-Matsu, a kind of Okinawa's pine tree. This tree is 250 years old, selected as the Japanese best 100 pine trees. I returned the bike. So let's have dinner here. Sorry, this restaurant is fully booked tonight. How about this one? Oh, they're closing all through this week. It's a shame. How about this one? Finally, we've got the table here. It is common things in Okinawa's remote island because there aren't so many restaurants, but the tourists have no choice but to have dinner in those restaurants. So I strongly recommend booking the table. Anyway, it's good to have cuisine of Kumejima here. Fried potatoes and the awamori is the best combination. You should try it indeed. If you can't find your table, this convenience store will save your life. So rest assured. Good morning. This is the last day in Kumejima. Today we visit a beach called Hate-no-Hama. That means a beach at the end. Everybody is already preparing. I wore the safety equipment too. Let's go. The weather is so nice. We'll go to that beach by this small boat today. The captain said they used a kind of grass boat normally. But the engine of that boat was broken this time. It's a shame. The sea around here is famous of its sea turtle. If we got the grass boat, we might have watched the turtle above from them. Oh, do they find the turtle? Sorry, I couldn't catch them. Those small islands are made from coral reef. Once upon a time, they were under the sea. But now they are above the sea. The captain told us so. Now we have finally arrived at Hate-no-Hama. This is Hate-no-Hama, the end of Kumejima, the end of Okinawa. That's a toilet over there, only one at this beach. We'll stay 2 hours from now. The beach is made by coral sand and they are so white. And the color of the sea is so clear, so green, as far as the eye can see. The white sand, the green sea, and the blue sky, that's all. Hate-no-Hama is composed of 3 beaches. Now we are at the beach called Naha-no-Hama, the center of those beaches. Mae-no-Hama is at west. And Hate-no-Hama, the same name, is at east side. Collectively, we call them Hate-no-Hama. I felt I were in heaven indeed. Let's eat onigiri in heaven. I recommend visiting here when you don't want to think anything. It's about time to go back. Goodbye, Hate-no-Hama. Can we find the sea turtle this time? Wow! Finally, we got them. The sea around here is one of the best spots to find sea turtle. In fact, I saw several sea turtles indeed. Anyway, that was a great experience, don't you think? Now it's time to go back to Naha city at the main island of Okinawa. Before that, let's have lunch here at the near of ferry terminal. The captain brought me here. I found a diner. Okinawa soba is always good. The ferry has already arrived. What a curious shape. It's like a turtle indeed. Now let's go back to Naha city. This time we stayed 2 nights in Kumejima. It was so wonderful, we could have so much experience. But if you have enough time, maybe it's good to stay 1 more night. Then you can enjoy this island more. By the way, I recorded this instrumental song. Soon after, I came back to Osaka from Okinawa. When I was traveling in Okinawa, the melody was always ringing in my brain, and the sound of main melody was played by sanshin, Okinawa's traditional instrument. Soon, I bought a cheap sanshin made by empty can and played this. I thought Kumejima gave me this song. Last night in Okinawa. There are no choice but to have some Okinawa's traditional meal. This street is called Makishi Shopping Street that I introduced in the previous movie. I found an izakaya restaurant. The atmosphere is so nice. The last beer of our days in Okinawa. Actually, I came Okinawa in about 6 years ago, and that was my first visit to Okinawa. And I came to this restaurant at that time, but I forgot the name and the place. But I found them again. I was so lucky. Because the meals of this restaurant is so nice and the staff is so kind. Almost all the customers are local people. So the atmosphere isn't so touristic. You can enjoy real Okinawa's food and mood. I don't dare to tell you the name of this restaurant. Please find it yourself when you come here. Let's walk around Naha city's night. This word is read as senbero. It means you can get drunk too much if you have 1,000 yen. Normally, you can have 3 glasses of beer or some alcohol and some small meal by 1,000 yen. This senbero style is so popular in Okinawa, but recently we can find it in other prefectures. Oh, this is called habushu, awamori with Okinawa's poisonous snake. They say it's good to health because the snakes are very notorious. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, the atmosphere is so good. Now we are at Kokusai Dori, the international street. We can feel some influences from US, China, and other countries of Southeast Asia. And they are mixed with Ryukyu's original culture. That makes the vibes of Okinawa. I think this is one of the most interesting places in Japan. Through this trip, I strongly thought that. Good night. Now, let's finish our trip. Thank you so much for watching this movie. I'm not good at English, so it takes much time to make a movie. But I'll upload my next movie soon. See you next time.